Hi, this is Sonia, and I wanted to give a in-depth walkthrough of how I've set up my Erin Condren Life Planner. I did another video where I showed an overview of my personal size Filofax, and the way that I use them together is that the personal Filofax, this is an electric blue Finsbury, this is used for, I carry it in my purse, so it's used for forward planning, some notes. I also use it as a wallet. So this is where I make my plans and keep track of plans. And then this I use as more of like a home maintenance binder. I keep track of our finances in here, our bills, anything else like that gets tracked in here. And it had been working out that I was only using the personal size Filofax, but I felt like I was missing a lot of things, and the Erin Condren being a little bit bigger has really helped me slot those things into time frames and days of the week. And I feel like I'm like a well-oiled machine now. Everything seems to kind of be clicking into place as far as getting things done. So let's go ahead and get started. This is probably going to be a little bit on the long side. So first I'm going to give an overview of the whole thing, and then I'm going to go back and give detailed, I think of it as like layers of things that I've put in here. So I'll go over the different layers, like the menu planning, the fly lady / house cleaning, the financial section, and then like the personal / spiritual Bible study stuff. So first off, let me make sure I'm centered here. This is a Platinum Edition Erin Condren Life Planner. I've had it for about a month and a half. And alright, so that looks good. Alright, so inside I have made a couple of dividers. They were made with wrapping paper that I bought at Paper Chase in the UK, and then I glued the wrapping paper onto just cardstock and laminated it. It didn't come out very well because I think it was too thick for my laminator, but I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal. And then I used the Erin Condren ruler that came with it to cut and hole punch the correct spacing on the holes. I've washi taped a pen loop here with a purple pen, and then this is just a sticker from Party City. I made two of them, one for the front to just, because I didn't like the way this transparent sheet showed this. I didn't think it was very cute, so this is just kind of to make it cute, not really anything functional there. And then I have one in the back, which I have some of my financial stuff on. Here the lamination came out really bad, so, but so those are the two dividers that I've made. And then, so this is this week. Just make sure we're still centered. Yep. So this is this week, and what I use in the middle of the week is a Project Life divider that you can find in like the scrapbooking section of craft stores or order it online. It comes with like, I don't know, 12 or 15 or something like that for a couple of dollars. And I just cut it so that it's the perfect size for the Erin Condren, and then I use the ruler to punch the holes and make sure they're in the right place. And then I've just put a binder clip at the top so that I can easily find it when I'm flipping it open. But generally, I'm able to just flip right to the place that I want to go, which is the weekly page, because of these ollie clips. And ollie clips are like magnetic. Let's see if I can find one back here. They're just magnetic clips that, hang on, I think I have one on the floor. There we go. They're just these little little pieces of plastic that have magnets in them, and they're really, really strong, so they hold the paper really well. And I've just cut them so that it's not attached anymore. And then one of them is washi taped to the divider here, and then one of them I move with the weekly layout, so that it just really quickly, I flip open to it, usually within a page or two, and this is usually where I'm opening up to when I open up my life planner. So I don't use the life planner at work, and I don't carry it with me, so I didn't need to have the divided day, afternoon, night that the life planner already comes with. So I just took strips of washi and covered it. At Michael's you can get the packages of like 8 thin washi tape, and I just picked color coordinating ones. And then I wrote across the top with a white pen, appointment. So I put appointments here, cooking and cleaning, and then to-dos, random to-dos. Over on the side here, I put things that just need to get done that week, but not necessarily on a particular day. And then if I write it here, that's because I generally intend to do it on that day. So like I said, I've had this for about a month and a half. Yeah, it's worked out really well. I put a strip of washi here to separate the weekend, just kind of visually separate the weekend off. And then across the bottom, just for, I don't know, for fun. But yeah, that's been working out really well. And then, oh, this bottom section, I just write a quick note or two about the day, mostly for scrapbooking purposes, or just a little thing to remember about the week. And then you'll see I have the meal planning flags, which I'll talk about in a little bit, and then I have flylady house cleaning things here, and then some weekly to-dos, and I'll go into that in a little bit. The other things that I've added in here, so this one has, I don't know if you can see it, it still has the tab across the top cut out in the Project Life Planner. The rest of the page dividers that came in the package, I cut that top off and I cut the bottom off so that it's just a rectangle. And I put them on every page, and that's where I clip important information. So here on this week, that's when my Erin Condren coupon runs out, so I need to remember to use it. I have a bill here, and then I have my recipes for my meal planning. And then when the week ends, I just move it to the next place where I need to put a divider. So that's the other thing that I've added in, and I think that's about it. Oh, one last thing that I did is I ripped out the Keep It Together folder. I just felt like it was adding too much bulk to my planner, and with all these things paper clipped at the top, it really was bulky enough, so I ripped it out, and I kept the zipper pouch. So I don't know if you can see. It's not awful. I mean, it's not like it doesn't close at all. So I'm really happy with it, and I think it's worked out well for me. So that is the quick overview of the Life Planner. Let me make sure we're centered. And now I'll go into the different layers, as I think of them, of things that I've added. So first off, the menu plan. I did a whole nother video about the menu plan, but basically I took all the recipes that we really like and divided them up by like chicken, beef, pork, seafood, and crock pot meals, and then wrote all of the recipes on little flags and just laid them out for the next couple months. So it's just not something that I have to do until I think like November. It's already laid out, and then I clip all the recipes using, my mother-in-law gave me these clips. They're like really, really thin, so they don't really add any bulk at all to the planner, just the papers that they're paper clipping. So I just use these paper clips to attach all the recipes to the Project Life divider that I've put in between each week. And then we're just ready to go when we get there, and I can make the grocery list quickly. The other thing that I do is, so you'll notice here on the week that we're at, I don't have anything actually clipped to the divider. It's I like to keep it clean and clear so I can see everything that's going on. The only thing that's on here is just down at the really bottom. There's the flylady daily routines. So what I do is the next week has a special divider, and it's just made from some packaging, that just thick plastic from a package or a box or something that I had for a couple years, and hole punched it. And then so on there I clip all the recipes for the current week, even though it's the actual divider is in next week. So all the recipes for the current week and all the papers and bills and things that I need for the current week are paper clipped to this special divider, and then that week has its own Project Life divider with the recipe for that week. So I just move things back as I need to. So that is the meal plan. I usually do like crock pots on Monday and then cook on Wednesday. something simple, and then on the weekend I cook something that's more complex because I've got more time. This week my husband volunteered to do spaghetti on Monday, and he made so much that we have enough to still eat on Thursday, but I think that I will eat peanut butter and jelly because I'm sick of spaghetti. And then we're just going to save this meal for some other time. In the back of the planner, in the notes section, I have just used sticky notes to divide up chicken, beef, pork, seafood, and then like easy dinners and sides. So what I will more than likely do this afternoon after, you know, at dinner time when I confirm that he wants to finish this spaghetti and I'm not going to cook, I'll just take this tab and put it over here under chicken. And so that just means that we have all the ingredients for that, and it's not a meal that has ingredients that are going to go bad. So if at some other point in another week I just hate the meal that I've got scheduled, I can come back here and pull these and know that I could make these items with what we've got in our fridge. So there's just a couple of them here, and then this one is just things that, you know, I could easily just go to the grocery store and get rotisserie chicken or baked potatoes and have the ingredients. And then, so yeah, that is pretty much the extent of the menu planning. Everything is contained within the week that it needs to be cooked in. Everything's already laid out for the next couple weeks. I don't have to think about what I feel like cooking. I tried to choose, you know, as we got further into the fall, meals that were like chili. I put towards the end of September versus in July, and kind of make them heavier as it gets into the fall and it gets colder. But other than that, I just kind of randomly assign them. So that is the menu planning layer. Then the next thing is I do flylady a little bit, not 100% because I just don't have the time, but I try to kind of keep up with it a little bit, especially the morning routine, the morning and evening routines, and the zones. A lot of things like the home blessing hour I just try to incorporate at all times, and then all the rest of the things I just don't do. Excuse me. So what I did was I sat down and I wrote, let me make sure we're still centered there. I sat down and I wrote out all the things that I do in the morning and the evening, and I just wrote them here on a little piece of a Post-it note. So in the morning, I work out, shower, make bed, get dressed, get my daughter ready, get our bags and lunches ready, makeup, and then swish and swipe. And then in the evening, hang clothes, dinner prep, clean the kitchen, hot spots and fly, prep bags and lunch, do planner work, and then dishes and shine sink. So that's just always there. I don't check it off because I've actually been pretty much doing this routine since I was in college, and just, you know, with the addition of my daughter recently. But so I pretty much have it together, and I don't need to check it off to remind myself, but I do keep this out and glance at it every once in a while, and it's a good reminder to have it there. I had actually quit doing dishes in the evening. If you look at some of my previous planner videos, I had like assigned Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Thursday. No, I think it was Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday I'd do dishes, and the other days they would just pile up. And I thought that that would be better in terms of just not feeling like I had to be in the kitchen every day. But, I mean, it really did just make me stressed when I would go in there on the days that the dishes were piling up. And so just the extra, I swear it's only like 3 or 4 minutes that it takes to do the dishes from the particular night really has made a huge impact, I think, in how clean the house feels and how de-stressed I feel. So I've gone back to making sure that I do that. So that's where I keep the daily routines. And then as far as the zones, I already had the zones laid out from our previous house, and I just hadn't updated it to this house, which had kind of just led me to slip up and not really do them. So I went through my list, and I basically took every zone that she has. So like zone 1 is the porch. Make sure you go to the website if you want. Rooms that we don't have in our house, I just didn't write down. So I just wrote down the different zones and the room that goes with the zone. And then I wrote down a list of all the things that I would need to do in that room. that I would want to remember to do. And I put it on a half of a Post-it note so it can just go at the bottom of this weekly section. And that has worked out well. I have to admit that I haven't done them all. I just cross them out when I do it, but I'm just kind of slowly getting back into doing those extra cleaning tasks. And so that stays there, and then yeah, I just have put them throughout for the, you know, I'm not intending to pull them off and rotate them. I'm just going to rewrite it and leave it there. So that is how I've incorporated the zones. I know that some people put them on like pages in the back, or keep them up on papers that they move in and out. And for me, having multiple places to flip to and look at to-do lists in other places, I just know that I'm not going to do it. I just wanted everything right here, all the different layers, and so it took me a while to kind of figure out how to get everything that I wanted onto this weekly page without it looking too cluttered. And I think that I'm very happy with the way that I have it set up right now. So that's where the weekly zones go. Here's where the daily routines go. And then the other thing that I was missing was I had tasks that I needed to do every week. Well, not needed to do, but that I wanted to do every week. So the first thing I did was write down a list of kind of all the random-ish things that I would like to be doing every week. Things like make a grocery list, do the grocery shopping, pay the bills, research the coupons, do a weekly review, upload pictures. I really want to get back into scrapbooking, so uploading pictures, sending rent. And I wrote all of those. The first thing I did was divide it up within the week so that everything wasn't on the same day. And then I wrote them on dewdrops so that they're removable and I can move them around, because a lot of times this is not the actual time that I do these, so I'm able to move them around. But in general, I try to make my grocery list on Thursday because, I mean, nobody wants to do it Friday night after work, and I try to shop on Saturday morning. So it was really stressing me out Saturday morning trying to make the grocery list while trying to rush to the store. So I make it Thursday. It's ready to go Saturday morning. And then, yeah, so that's kind of the three things that I do as far as keeping my tasks that are going to be the same almost all the time. So zones are going to be the same during the rotation. Daily routines are the same for every day. And then these are pretty much the same every week. It's just a matter of figuring out where they need to go. So when I make the grocery list today, I'll just move that teardrop and put it on Thursday, on next Thursday. So those are kind of the home maintenance things that I do. The next thing is the financials. So in my personal planner, I have a financial section, and I keep a copy of our budget there and a copy of our current account balances that I update, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And then the bills that are still due, so that, I don't know, if something happened and we needed to pay cash for something, I would know that, well, we're still expecting such and such amount of bills to come out of that account, and so I would still have, I don't know, whatever amount left in the bank, because we try to never use our credit cards. We try to only use our bank accounts. So that's really all that I keep in my personal planner that I carry around with me. And then what I do here in the back, and I know I said I don't like to refer to the back for a different section, and I mean, you can tell that this isn't working perfectly because, I mean, this I didn't update all week. Just, I forgot about it because it's in the back. So I don't know if I need to come up with a better system for this, or maybe incorporate it into my daily routines. But what I try to do is, so we do a little bit of the envelope system, but keeping envelopes full of cash just hasn't really worked out for me. So I just have these dividers that are supposed to kind of represent the envelopes, and then I write down everything that everywhere we went and the amount that it deducted from that particular envelope or category. And then it helps me keep track of how much money we're spending, because, you know, using your debit card, you can completely lose track of what you're doing. So that is how I do our financials. And then the last section, I've still been struggling a little bit on how to incorporate Bible study. Because I mean, all these reading plans that I see, they have, you know, like you read 3 verses of this and then, or 3 chapters here and then half a chapter here, and it just would take up a lot of room. So I don't think I'm going to do a once a year Bible study, but in one of the Bibles that I have, I'm just taking a portion of it and just writing those reading things here in the appointment section in pink, and then we'll cross it off after I do it. So I just added that today. I've been thinking about it for a couple weeks, and you know, I'll just keep thinking about it for a couple more weeks and not actually start. So, you know, just gonna go ahead and write it in here and just start to do it and figure it out if it doesn't work out as I would like to. So that's all the layers that I have in here in my planner right now. I do have a couple other layers that I want to add in. I want to be more goal-oriented as far as my crafting, instead of just, you know, knowing that on the weekend I would like to do some kind of painting or crafting or scrapbooking. I really want to make a plan for it so that when I have the free time I can just jump right in. But right now, the Renaissance Festival is on, and we go to the Renaissance Festival every weekend, and I go both days of the weekend. My husband only goes one day of the weekend. So that is pretty much what our weekends are spent doing. So crafting and adding that kind of layer will get added after Renaissance Festival is over in a few weeks, and I will be sad forever until it starts again. But let's see, other things that I have in the notes section. Here's a picture that I've turned backwards. Here's our financial section. I have a couple notes here and the mason jars that everybody has. This is for my grocery shopping. This is just food that we eat every day, so I just want to make sure that we always have those things. Here's the food section that I showed you, and then just some post-it notes and random things back here. So that is how I have set up everything in my Erin Condren Life Planner. I've been using it for about a month and a half like this, and it has really worked out well. I'm super pleased that I bought it, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.